What's going on, guys? This is going to be part 499 Suburban transmission removal. I want to kind of walk around through a little bit on this. I've just about got everything put back under it. The only thing I'm lacking is actually just the drive shaft. If you're not sure, when you go to put the transmission back in, which, you know, just like anything else, you take it off, it's just the same as you basically assemble it. So it's best to have two people doing this job, really, honestly, because it's going to save you time. It's going to save you the headache of trying to do it by yourself. So always have a friend or have a neighbor or something come over and help you get this, transmission put back. You've got two, I don't know if I've already mentioned this in my other video, I don't know, it's been a few days, but you've got a couple dowel pins on the back of the motor that it lines up with the transmission. So you're gonna have to have people, somebody, be on this end and actually push up with their foot while you've got the jack and all that stuff, and you're back here trying to, wiggle it on the motor. But anyway, when you get ready to get the exhaust and stuff on, make sure that you put your exhaust, the front part of the exhaust, in first. And then you can slide your gasket in back here. Just make sure that you get it bolted in over here first. But you want to take your gasket and slip it in first. Or I'm not first, but you know what I mean. Slip it in and bolt it in. On your drive shaft, after you get your cross member and stuff on, but on your drive shaft, if you got your drive shaft marked, good, awesome. Hopefully you guys already marked your yoke. I did not, but that is fine, because you've got you got splines inside of your yoke here. You have one that has a notch cut out. You have a notch cut out, and as you can see, it's right there at the bottom. Okay, that has to line up with the splines inside here. Also remember, before putting this back in, to also grease in here. That way it's smooth and you're not taking a risk of anything, binding up or whatever the case may be, or whatever. So if you do not have this, hang on a minute. If you do not have this marked, you need to go ahead and mark it. Hang on a second. It's that little sweet spot that it's got to go into. Like I said, you just gotta feel for it. You might have had it right there, technically. Come on here, get on there. But anyway, when you get this thing set in here, you want to make your mark at the bottom. Hopefully you made your mark at the bottom of your drive shaft, or at the top, it does not matter. Just have it labeled top or label it bottom. That way when you go ready to put your U-joints and stuff in, and everything, that way you don't get confused on which way that goes on your drive shaft, and you don't get confused which way your drive shaft goes and all that. The best thing I did on the drive shaft itself, which is inside the house, I had a few nicks off in here, deep nicks and some burrs and stuff. I just took a Dremel with a little grinding wheel, Nothing abrasive, just something really fine to knock that burr down and smooth out, and it's fine. So don't go expect that you need a new drive shaft or a new yoke. You will just want to knock them burrs off and you'll be good to go. Get it all cleaned up, degreased, and all that stuff. This one here, I may have to go in here, get it all cleaned up, and do the same thing before I go to give this thing to him. I'm not going to put the new U-joints in here. I've already tried to put the Valucraft in there, and that was my fault. I hate Valucraft, so I'm probably going to go with Duralast or go with Moog. Something better. It's going to last longer and not going to break down over time. So that's going to kind of sum it up on that part. Another thing too is, if you do try to do U-joints yourself, and I know there's YouTube videos out there showing you how to do it and trying to hammer them in. No, do not hammer them in, because what's going to happen is the little caps that goes on the outside of the U-joint, on that piece that comes out, you're going to take a chance of messing the bearings up when you're hammering. That is a no-no. Just take it to a shop and have them put it on a press and have the things pressed in. I made the mistake of using the Valucraft and trying to hammer them in, trying to do it the proper way. No, it's just more headache. You're gonna have bearings everywhere. They're little needle bearings. It's just gonna be one big huge mess. So the best thing is just take it to the shop, have them do it the right way. They've got the press to do it, and just go ahead and spend the little extra money and have it done correctly. There's no needing to spend hours on end trying to get the things in there with a freaking hammer. No, so that's what I'm going to probably do today, is take this thing to a shop, have the drive shaft take it to the shop, and give him the U-joints and have him press the U-joints in. So this is actually going to be a transmission removal part 4. I mean, technically I've got the transmission and everything put back in, so as y'all can kind of see, so everything is put back. I've got all that put back. Oh yeah, on this side over here, let's see, where did it go? I can't, oh dude. Anyway, there is a there it is. I don't know if y'all can see that right here. This clip right here, be sure do not lose that clip. Put it in a one of the bags or something for the bolts or whatever, so that way you do not lose this clip. This clip has to go back on this. This is what keeps this from sliding back through the bracket here. So that clip needs to be, you know, somewhere where it's not going to be lost. When you go to, you know, trying to put everything back together and everything, and you're scrounging around trying to find that little clip and trying to figure out where it goes, well, it goes right there. So you can take a little make sure it gets up underneath these little dog ears, and take a little hammer and just kind of tap it in, and you'll be good to go on that. So and then plus you got that bolt there to hold the the transmission in. So but I'm going to go ahead and put new U-joints and stuff in that drive shaft. One of the U-joints for the back is, I mean, it's good, but I'm going to go ahead and replace it anyway because I've already got it out. Just, you know, so that way I'm not having to tear back into it, you know, and all that next time. That way it saves him from anything going wrong. That way he's got new U-joints and stuff in it. Got the flex plate and stuff in here. Got the rear main in here. So all that's good to go. So hopefully here today I'll probably be getting some oil and stuff for it and get this thing, you know, back driving again. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably make a video on how to do your transmission, you know, put your transmission fluid and stuff in, and show you what you need to do as far as swapping through the gears and all that. Probably next video I'll probably be doing the ABS, the upper and lower control arms on this side. And I think after all that's done, I'm pretty sure this vehicle is going to be ready to rock and roll, you know, out of here. So I've got probably another week or so to get all this done. So anyway, guys, y'all be good, be safe, and God bless. So like, subscribe, comment. If you have any car questions, visit with me, talk to me, and everything, and I'll try to answer your questions. All right, guys, be safe. Bye.